So for option number 1, we're gonna play with our Thor's hammer here, and we're gonna start at plus 28, top of plus 28 with Thor's hammer level 8, bullseye by rough line. Thor's hammer 6 and 7 start at max. Now we're gonna look at the wind angle here. Combined with obviously adding spin. Max top spin and 1 top spin boost and 2 left spin. When it comes to Thor's hammer level 6, we're gonna use, in that case, 2 top spin boost bar instead. And I understand that you might not get the full 2 left spin, but we're gonna get to that in the end. In this angle, we're not gonna do any adjustment whatsoever. Actually, this is low wind, and we do not need to adjust anything here. So we bounces on the fairway, and we're getting it into the rough to roll down for a nice and short wedge. You can see that we use max curl with Thor's hammer and also max overpower with, I mean, we could say that it's definitely going to be a fast needle when it comes to that. When it comes to the curl here, you have slightly less curl with Thor's hammer level 6 and 7, but we judge that to not really matter. So you go with max curl with those type of club as well, and even though it's slightly less, you still, yeah, I mean, you go max curl. When it comes to different wind angles, obviously we will have some suggested wind angles tweaks for this as well. And in a worst case scenario, if you bounce into the rough with your first bounce and you not land on fairway, then it's an easy save from there to just get the ball down and get yourself an eagle. So this is definitely a possibility for a condor, that this could be very exciting, and especially when we don't really have to do much adjust. The only thing to have in mind with the adjust is that with Thor's hammer 7 and 8, we adjust 1-to-1 from 16.5 as a base. And when it comes to what will be, when it comes to Thor's hammer level 6 is 1-to-2. So if, let's say, we have 17.5 miles per hour and 16.5 is the base, then we adjust half a ring with Thor's hammer level 6. Get the guide on patreon.com/golfclashtommy. So for the wedge, as per reference, we're stretching out, doing an EB school here. And here you need to pay attention to if you are on a more flat surface or you are higher up and have some type of downhill position. The wind is more or less straight, which obviously will simplify this. But I would say in this instance, when we are a little bit higher up than on complete flat, I would play this one plus 25% no spin. Or I would play it minus 30% P4 with max top spin. So you can see here we are slightly downhill here, and that's something to have in mind. If we are just flat, then we play 20% or we play minus 35%, depending on if we play no spin or the max top spin method. Nice little ALBA here on hole number 9. For the free-to-play option, we're gonna play with a circ, and we're gonna stretch out to max, bullseye by the rough line. Now we're looking at the wind angle. In this wind angle, we are going to have our base, or not, we're gonna have the base on 13.6 when it comes to every single time, which is the lowest wind on circ. So here I'm adjusting 0.3, max top spin and 2 left spin. And then we're going to let it fly. Max curl, sorry, not max curl, 1.8 ball of curl is what we're using. Try to hit perfect. Great left is better than a great right. However, though, even though if you make a mistake here or if you're just having a very unlucky outcome, then it's still a very easy save to get the ball down towards the green area. And now we're ending up having a very short wedge to pin. So we are only going to adjust, what can I say, we're going to do some minor tweaks based on what wind angle we have. Obviously that will be suggested into the guide, and you could obviously notice that I'm using a lot of topspin here, which makes it maybe a little bit complicated for a POP 5 users. A POP 6 can still play the same way. You will still have the speed to get towards green. With a POP 5, you can either gamble and hope you have some lucky bounces, or you can use in this instance you can use like a Thor ball with topspin boost, or you can even use a Bryson ball if you would like instead. So up to you to decide really what to do there. So the wedge here from the back, I mean, I'm doing this one extremely sloppy, but you can see how easy it is here. A no spin wedge And it's basically, you can see here that I don't really have to do much thinking here, and I'm hitting a double great right and still dropping this one anyway. So but don't be as sloppy as I am here, but I just want to demonstrate wedge so you can see how easy that will be. From there I will play EB school plus 20 if you want to do EB school, and obviously that's with no spin, and minus 35% elevation P4 if you're adding max top spin.